But I saw that you recently were tweeting about Brandon Judd, the National Border Patrol Council president, who has pressed for amnesty for millions when he recently went on Hannity complaining about Biden's border policy. So
Yeah,
what's your reaction to this sort of double standard take that this
yeah.
person has?
Well, if you know Judd, and I think again, this is why I wrote this. This is exactly why I wrote this article, because if you watch TV, or rather, if you've only seen Judd on TV, you would think that the guy's like an intransigent border hawk, right? Just like no compromise, hardline immigration hawk. That's far from the case. He has a documented history of basically being this kind of fire breather on television, but then behind the scenes doing things that are really self-serving, often that help the Democratic Party. So, for example, in 2018, it's interesting because this has been totally memory hold. But in 2018, just ahead of the midterms, Judd endorsed three Senate Democrats, all of which are terrible on immigration, like John Tester, who voted against Kate's law that would have imposed harsher penalties on people that are in the country illegally. Um, and when Judd did that, again, it was in October 2018, the Trump administration reacted with anger and confusion. There was an article in Politico where you had the several people from the Trump White House at the time who talked to Politico anonymously and told them that this was egregious. One Trump administration official said that it was an egregious betrayal on the existential issue of the midterm elections in 2018. That issue was immigration. And the headline was Border Patrol Union President endorses three Senate Democrats. And then last year, Brandon Judd endorsed Mayorkas, Biden's Homeland Security chief, after Mayorkas said that the Biden administration wanted to give citizenship rights to most of the people that are in this country illegally. There's an article in the Washington Times that leads with that. Mayorkas talks about what the Biden administration wants to do. And then you have Brandon Judd in there who's quoted saying, I think about Mayorkas from when I was from the Obama years. And then last week, Judd is on Hannity screaming about how the Biden administration, Mayorkas, is bumbling the border crisis. I mean, you see the problem here. You have a guy that basically is wearing a skin suit of an immigration hawk, but he's anything but.
Right. And it seems like these people who are these union leaders and things like that, they end up throwing in with the Democrats. They end up actually not representing. He probably doesn't represent most Border Patrol agents. Probably talks
That's what I've
about
heard.
it, acts like he does, just like
Yeah.
these union leaders. They act like they care about the working class, but they don't. They don't actually vote or behave in ways that's best for them. It's not what's best for the border, but I guess that's maybe they get backdoor deals. Maybe they have some kind of reason to entice them. But it seems like all the people who are the overlords of these different Democrat plantations are basically in with the Democrats.